Okay, so what we're doing is we are going to build a rain garden and drought-tolerant garden in place of this grass. And we're very fortunate because our local municipal water provider is giving us a whopping $4.34 per square foot of grass that we remove. So that's really helping them pay for a lot of this project. And so where they're digging is going to be the center of the rain garden. And that rain garden is where the water from this rooftop will come down this downspout. We have a downspout right there, and we're going to flow it underground into this rain garden, and it's going to fill up with water. We're going to plant 3 zones inside of this rain garden. Zone 1 will be the lowest in the center, with plants that like to be submerged in water, and they actually will survive when they don't have water. Zone 2 will be as we move a little outside of the center, and they like a little less water. And then on zone 3, which will be the berm, that will be the highest point, is where we're going to plant things that really don't like to be submerged in water, but certainly like their water when it comes. And the beauty of this is basically we're slowing, spreading, and sinking this rainwater, the stormwater, when we have it, and it will remain for months in the soil. And that will help the soil structure. So we'll have a richer soil, but it will also feed these plants and shrubs and trees that we're going to plant for months without irrigation. And it also slows down the stormwater so that we don't overwhelm the sewers. So it's really serving a lot of purposes. And of course, it's going to look beautiful. Grass is a huge suck of potable water, usually. And by taking this out, we're going to reduce our water usage by quite a bit. And we're going to have a very beautiful garden. Okay, so we've contoured the land where we're going to have our walkway here. We're going to have our swale here. Our berm comes over gently. We've create a space. So when we place composted soil on top and when we place mulch on top of that, it's going to come nice and even to the tops of these rocks. But our next step right now is taking these cardboard boxes. We're going to open them and lay them over this whole area. And that acts as a weed barrier. So we're going to effectively kill all the grass here and make sure that nothing else comes. And of course, when we put the composted soil as well as the mulch on top, that's going to be about another 5 inches total. That's going to really help to make sure we don't get that grass growing back. Okay, so now is the next phase. What we've done is we've rounded everything, contoured everything, and we're putting down cardboard boxes as a weed barrier. And then we're putting 2 inches of soil on top of those boxes. And then next thing you'll see is we're going to start putting in the pathways, and we'll start getting the plants in, and then we'll top it off with mulch. Okay, so we are now ready to plant. We've laid in all of the cardboard. We've put soil on top of it, 2 inches of soil. We have contoured everything in terms of the rain garden. We have the base and the berms. And now we're going to start putting our plants in place and getting those planted with a combination of native soil and composting soil. And then we will run irrigation. So our next phase was digging holes that were twice as wide and twice as deep as the containers that the plants came in. And we then added amended soil and watered the plants. And it was a bit of work, but with planning, it all came together fairly quickly. Okay, so we finished the rain garden, and you can see we now have all the mulch and stepping stones here. And we have an irrigation run, and everything is set on a timer. We took the opportunity to put in some stone to fire escape or fireproof our home. And this is just really exciting because these are all pollinator species for hummingbirds and butterflies and bees and even bats. And the way it's going to work is we're capturing rainwater both from our downspout up there, and we're also getting the overflow. We have downspouts on the upper part of the home that are collecting into 3,000 gallons of rainwater harvesting, and the overflow comes underground, and it meets under this fake rock. They join, they run underground, and they come out this little pipe. And just like a bathtub, when it rains, it's going to fill up. And what's exciting is it's not just the rain off our roof and the overflow from our tanks, but it's just the rain, period. And you can see we have a 6-inch dip here, so it'll fill up like a bathtub. And I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to put some stones here. I'm going to live through the first rainy season and see the level of where the water comes up to. And then I'm going to dig a swale with stones and run it out there and down around my property. Now, all of this water that's coming in is going to slow, spread, and sink into the ground and infiltrate into this whole long run. And then from there, I have my levels of fruit orchards. I have 3 levels that it's going to feed. We're getting ready to plant some more, and then we're going to mulch and get everything finished here. But you can imagine that over time, this moisture is going to come through these walls. You can see we have a bunch of levels, and it comes down, it runs to that level and keeps on going to the other levels. We're also going to treat our soil, turning it and maybe adding compost. But as you can imagine, we now will have bugs and worms and things working underground, and combined with composting and other soil nutrients, it's all about the soil. We get that really rich, and it's going to grow everything we want so that we can enjoy this lush rain garden as it fills in over time with everything that we want. We're growing our tomatoes here in our garden, 3-level garden, and we have other things we're going to be planting there shortly. But it's just really nice to have something that's not only beautiful to look at, but to know that it's fully self-sustaining with this rain garden. And I should say that the irrigation right now that is being used to provide water to these plants for now, or maybe ongoing as they need them, comes from our rainwater harvesting tanks. So we're not using any municipal water. This is all through rainwater harvested or rainwater captured in the rain garden. And over time, you can imagine this is going to grow and become very lush. So it's very exciting to think about this in maybe a year or 2 years' time. Hey, thanks for watching. Our water future depends on action, and we all need to be water champions. Visit waterchampions.com to explore cutting-edge water reuse and efficiency solutions for your home or business. Learn how you can implement these solutions through online courses available at renovaacademy.com, and please drop your comments below, like, share, and subscribe to help spread the word. Thank you.